Hello everybody, Z Ferroli here. Been a while, but I'm going to try to be getting more videos out. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about some of the Arachne changes and item changes that affect her for the new season. That's coming out in just a few days. If you guys weren't aware, with the new season, they would revamped how healing works in the game, and they changed a bunch of items and gods and added some new items to get all that squared away to make healing a bit more manageable, like on all fronts. So it's like not too offensive to people, and mostly like most people will notice, like with Hell and Aphrodite got the big ones, but Arachne got some love in this too, which is very helpful. So the first change is with her venomous bite. She got a lot more heal. Her heal is less. It doesn't scale on her power. But she gained 40% healing reduction on her bite as well at all levels, meaning she's it's much easier to box with Arachne against targets because they won't be life stealing or getting any healing out nearly as much when she's trying to fight them. So that will help her boxing capabilities. The second change is with her cocoon. Is when she does stun someone, the active cooldowns are increased by 2 seconds. So basically, if they had like 2 seconds left until their ability was back up, it's now up to 4 seconds. This will also help her with the boxing and catching people off guard. It won't help her as much if all their cooldowns are down, but if you catch someone, especially late game after they use their abilities or like they're poking and they're using their abilities and you come in from behind and get them, then you could have easier chance of killing them. I'm finding that best way to do this sometimes, not the end game, is try to bait out people's movement abilities a bit. Hit them with the web, they use the ability, you blink to them, or you just run them down with the web, then you stun them with your cocoon, and much easier to kill them. Both good changes in general. The main thing I've noticed are 2 item changes that really go well with this. So, 2 items in particular are, well, the starter. Normally, she doesn't have the best starter before this. Like I always like to go a Mannequin Scepter, but it still is not great. It's not terrible, but not great. It just feels like it's not as good as it used to be. People were just running Eye of the Jungle, or not buying a starter and going for Acts of Aminosity, which was pretty good. Now though, you can start Death's Toll to get some more, to give you sustain. It doesn't give you extra jungle clamp clear, but you're already doing good amounts of jungle clamp clear with your golden blade and your spiders, so that's not a big deal. But the main thing is the change to Death's Embrace. Death's Embrace now, whenever you hit someone with your basic attack, your active cooldowns that are not your ultimate ability are reduced by 33.33 seconds. And since they're all single target basic attacks, you get that every time. And if you're building full attack speed, you're saving off. Every second, you're hitting 2.5 attacks every second, and you're reducing it by 0.33. That's 0.33, 0.66, and you're almost reducing it by 1 second every second you hit. About close enough with that. That lets her really get her abilities going, and you chain her abilities really well. So you could just stick to someone, constantly getting your abilities, constantly getting your 1 back, your 2 back, your 3 back. So you could stick to someone, kill someone, and then swap to another person, start working on them right away, ult out when you need to. And you have good sustain with it too, with a lot of power too. And health also helps a lot too, because she needs to walk to people, so the extra health helps. Now, the other one, which I think really shines a lot with her, is Vital Amplifier here. The passive 400 physical power, 200 health, 15 MP5, 20% attack speed. When you heal yourself with an ability, you gain 10% attack speed and 5% basic attack damage for 6 seconds, stacking 3 times. And this means that every tick of a dot heal, so a heal over time, I guess it would be a hot, would be, you would get a tick a stack every tick. And since you get a stack, you get a tick as soon as you bite someone, you get another tick at half a second, and then you get another tick at a full second. So basically, in 1 second, you're getting full attack speed, full passive stacks. So it just, you pretty much get the full benefit of 50% attack speed and 15% basic attack damage in 1 second. So you have that for full 6 seconds, easily enough time to kill anyone that you're working on. Now, when you combine that with that starter, you can have basically that buff up 100% of the time, as long as you keep biting someone as soon as it goes off cooldown. So let me just show you that. Leveling up the item, abilities, buying the items, so we get this. And this will be the order you would buy items to, but I'll go into more detail later. So grab that, then I would say grab Executioner, and then Kin Size, and then end with the Silver Branch. So we'll go over here. So normally I'm hitting 234, 117, 234 is how I'm doing this normally. And that's once I get the 4 stacks of Xe. More if you have the evolved form of Xe, but we're not worrying about that right now in terms of showing. Now, I'll use my 1. So now I have 292, 146, 292. That's a pretty decent size increase. And now if you watch the cooldowns, I can get, before the passive one's out of that, I can hit my 1 again.
Gotcha.
And get that back. So I can constantly keep my 1 going, constantly then stun someone right away, get my 1 back off. As long as I'm constantly autoing people, gotcha. I can have the constant 50% attack speed and 15% basic attack power. And that does stack with her passive too, which the more lower health someone is, the more basic attack damage you do. Gotcha. She does very well multiplicative damage for that. But her basic attacks are going to be swinging on low health targets. Not that you can really test low health targets here. With that though, you would be able to pretty much kill any squishy. Do decent damage to normal sized tanks. Kins would be chunking the tanks pretty well too. You're pretty much chunking most of the targets of the game. And with the HP you have 2,683 HP, which is a lot more than you would have at base going full thing, because you're getting 200 health from this, 300 health, 200 health from that. So you're getting an extra 400 health to be a bit more tanky in terms of surviving and stuff. This is the order I would also buy the items, like I said. Start with the Death's Embrace into Golden Blade, rush that fast, then go straight to Vital Amplifier. Sure, you're not going to have as much pen, but you don't really need pen at the start, especially since you get flat pen from being an assassin. You get that, you start really chunking targets down. Then you get the Executioner, and then you would upgrade that to the Ferocious Executioner eventually. You could probably wait to endgame to do that, get the rest of your build going, then get this. Unless you're really fed, then go into this right away. That extra damage is really nice, especially with all the attack speed you're getting. Adds adds to the extra basic attack damage as well. It's just flat extra damage. Your kins will be doing extra damage too because of that. All nice. Then you'll get kins because Arachne and kins work so well together. And then I finish it with the Silver Branch Bro to get a bit more physical penetration built in. You have more with execution as well. You have a lot of physical penetration with this. You have 10 from being an assassin. Oh, you have 10 flat from being an assassin. You have 10% from this. And then you get another 4 stacks. That's 28% physical protection shred as well. So you're basically at 38%. You're almost at max physical protection shred with that, which is very nice. Some people like an option to go. You can go crit on her, especially with if you like crit Arachne. I personally don't like it as much, but you can go crit Arachne as well. If you want to abuse a different item, actually, if you want to abuse Sekhmet's Scepter, because that would give you pretty much constant healing at all times. I mean, constant ability ups at all times. So you can replace this. Let's get rid of these two, and this, because you won't be going that fast, attacking that fast anyway. And then we go to grab
this will be killer.
I still have kins because that just goes well with her. Then you get crit chance, Deathbringer, and then you get the malicious Deathbringer. And then you can go with probably, because this gives you 30%. That will give you 50% crit chance. And then you'll be giving you 10%. You're getting your 10% physical attack speed as well.
Suck the immortal out of them.
So you have 50% critical hit chance with this. So now,
lie dormant. Your time will. You're mine now.
anytime you crit.
Gotcha.
You'll be basically constantly giving your cooldowns down. It's pretty nutty, this. I don't like it as much because you have to really fully go into crit if you wanted to. Like, you'll probably, honestly, you'll probably be replacing Golden Blade with another crit item just to make sure you have constant crit at all times. You'll still want Golden Blade for the clear, but you could always sell Golden Blade. Go for like Bladed Boomerang for more attack speed, gives you a more critical hits chance, more movement speed. So if you want to constantly have
you're mine now. Your time will.
Your abilities up, it is kind of scary how much your abilities come up with this. If you want to never run down with your abilities. I do think you have a little less penetration with this, but this is more like, this is a fun build too. You're probably gonna run out of mana before anything else, but you pretty much have your everything up all at once. So if you like Crit Arachne, you can go this. I just prefer the other one. Because I feel like I was doing more damage. Well, I'll show you once. See, I'm hitting for 420, 210, 420, all my basics on this guy with the crit build. And if you don't want to do the crit build, like I wouldn't. It's a chance. I mean, both are good. I mean, but I prefer the other build. So if you go this, grab this, and we grab Ferocious. Then we grab Vital, and then we grab Silver Branch.
You're mine now.
it's a little less damage. I'm hitting like 292,
Gotcha.
347, well 292, 292. So it is less damage than the crit, but I feel like I'm attacking a little faster. And I have a lot more penetration. And this guy doesn't have much penetration here. Like, you know, not much protection. So if you're going against someone with a lot more protections, let's go with a nice 250. So I'm going 170. Well, that's with that passive, with the one passive up. It's 142, 71, 142. With 37 each time. 147, 30, 70, yeah, 137, yeah. Now, if we got rid of these, and we went crit. I mean, I guess you could just do this.
Will be killer.
This, because that would give you 10% crit chance with each critical hit you do too. So that might be actually better. So we go that. Get the glyph for this. Then we get what are you? Attacks. We get
I
this.
Will suck the immortal out of them.
And I guess you could go Silver Branch. That would get you more pen and whatnot.
Gotcha. You're mine now.
It's slightly more damage. So yeah, if you like crit and want to build crit on her, that's also an option.
You're mine now. Gotcha.
Honestly, I gotta test which one's better. Hell, I wonder actually, because I'm not getting the full passive of Silver Branch 2 either. So let's instead of Silver Branch, we go Vital as well.
This will be killer.
So we're actually super tanky. Let's see how we're doing damage-wise.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you lose a lot. You lose a lot of pen this way. You don't have much pen, which is a problem.
You're mine now.
That's the main thing I find. It's like trying to find a nice balance between pen and crit.
Your time will come. You're mine now. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Like, I wonder if you even need this one on her, because it's giving you you're getting this, and then you're getting this, and then you're getting this. Is that pretty much like an overkill? Do you really need that much? So you could instead go penetration. I can go like what is that one? Dominance, like
I will
you can go
suck
dominance.
The immortal maybe. Out of them. You're mine now. Gotcha.
It's not as fast, but it's still pretty fast.
Gotcha. You're mine now.
Pretty much have 100% attack speed. I mean, crit chance with this, so you're pretty much getting that. You're hitting pretty hard.
Gotcha.
Honestly, this is the thing I would say. You don't need that
You're
second.
mine now.
You go this. You got pretty good crit, pretty good.
Gotcha.
You have a total ability spam with this.
Lie dormant, my baby. Your time will.
And yeah, if you want to go crit, this is the way you go. If you don't want to go crit, you go the other item set. I said executioner and everything.
Gotcha.
And honestly, I think the crit one might be a little better. But to each their own. I've never
You're mine
really
now.
been much of a crit Arachne fan in the past, but with these changes and getting like, you know,
You're
pretty
mine
much
now.
near 100% attack
Lie
speed, you have
down,
100%
baby.
attack speed. You
Your
can take
time
advantage
will
of this
come.
at all times. You have your one-upper constantly. You're always constantly healing. Everything's dead. And as you
You're
can
mine
see,
now.
because you're hitting so fast, your mana is coming
Gotcha.
back really fast too. I mean, there's no mana issues. You're constantly having mana. Yeah, I think this might be the way to go, this set. Will this make her completely OP though? That's the question I don't have an answer to. But again, then you'll have to, by the end game, you still need to get Golden Blade early. I would personally just start, if you wanted to go crit Arachne, you would go Death's Toll, Golden Blade, Vital Amplifier, then Bladed Boomerang, Kin Size, Malicious Deathbringer, and then sell Golden Blade for Dominance late. The thing is with that, you pretty much have very low pen until the end of the game, which could be a little tricky. That's the thing. It's a little tricky. You won't have much pen until you build Dominance. So you can maybe get Dominance a little early, wait and get Malicious Deathbringer at the very end. Sell your Golden Blade for Malicious Deathbringer, or sell it for Bladed Boomerang, one of the two. But it's just tricky finding the right build path for this. It might be harder to get to this, even though this will be pretty strong, and you just won't have much pen for most of the game. But if you don't want to have to worry about pen, if you really need a lot of pen early, and you're like fighting lots of really tanky targets, and you really can't go crit, I would say go with this. Take all this out. Go Golden
This
Blade
will
into
be
Ample
killer.
Amplifier to Executioner. And also that other one is pretty expensive too. To Kin Size, to Silver Branch Bow. This one, and then then eventually turn Executioner
I will
into
suck
Ferocious.
the immortal out of them. You're mine now.
Yeah, you're not getting always the crit. You're not getting this strong crit. I mean, as high a crits, but you're getting constant damage. And you have a nice, more of a curve. You're still getting your cooldowns pretty fast, not as fast as the other one.
You're mine now.
It works pretty well, I say. But it's up to you. Either that crit build I said, or this build if you don't want to go crit, or can't really go crit. Like you feel like you really need to get your stuff on faster, and I'll need pen earlier and all whatnot. This would be the better build. Or you could maybe not build any crit till like your last two items, or your only crit
Your
items,
time
you
will
get dominance sooner. That could also work. But I would leave that up to you guys. See how you like it. I like both builds, honestly. Both builds are pretty solid builds. And yeah, that's pretty much it with this. I think she'll be pretty strong. Maybe not like SPL levels broken, but pretty good. She could do her job much better now. Have a lot of HP and be pretty solid. And pretty like a little bit tankier with the more HP. And just rip everything to shreds that she gets close to. So again, thank you for watching this video. I hope to be bringing out videos in the next few weeks of the Arachne plays with both builds. And there's even a more fun super tanky build that you could build too, but I'm not going to cover that here, like a solo Arachne build. That's kind of fun, but we'll cover that in another time. And Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. And I hope to keep giving you guys Smite content. I know it's a lot of Arachne, but I might do some other things too. So again, thanks again. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.